Beneficiaries of the government's welfare interventions for cocoa farmers say if the deals are properly packaged and implemented, it could substantially lessen their plight, notably the cocoa farmers' pension scheme and the replanting of Moribund farms. The farmers are, however, asking Cocoa Board to consider cultivating the new and improved cocoa on fallow lands and nurture till maturity before cutting down the current trees to ensure continuity of production.
The cocoa farmers put forward these issues in the Wassa Amenfi enclave of the Western region while interacting with a group of journalists on a field trip to the area. Ghana, the second highest global producer of cocoa, has a medium-term target of 1.5 million metric ton annual yield target and is working to achieve that. With this as the plan, successive governments have introduced various production-enhancing interventions to motivate the farmers to increase their yields. But over the years, cocoa production still faces some setbacks from the nursery through transplanting to the field, maintenance, harvesting, fermentation, drying to the final stages of sales to the produce licensed buyers. The group of journalists, some of whom had not seen actual cocoa before, from the Ashanti, Bono and Western North regions, settled on the Wassa Amenfi enclave of the Western region due to the concentration of cocoa activities for first-hand experience and knowledge of the processes and challenges. It was realized that the claim that Western region, particularly the Wassa Amenfi enclave, is the hub of cocoa production in Ghana cannot be a fluke. Cocoa production in that geographical area is so popular that even formal sector employees from other parts of Ghana have cultivated large acreages of the crop there and built farmhouses for their hired caretakers or farmhands and their families. Madam Martha Idrisu is one of the few women cocoa farmers with 3 different farms with a cumulative acreage of 7 at Jasire, a village in the Wassa Amenfi East District. She was harvesting the cocoa all by herself when GBC News came upon her. Her main problem is the black pod disease. She thanked government for the supply of chemicals to fight the disease, but appealed for an increase in quantity for the desired effect.
Last year, the chemicals we receive are not enough. We always have to use our own money to purchase more.
"54-year-old Mr. William Ayambile, with more than 25 years of experience in cocoa farming and Bontija, is assisted by his 2 sons, both of whom were using the COVID-19 school break to help him on the farm. He has 15 acres of the crop that yield an average of 28 bags per annum. When we visited, father and sons were pots breaking and fermenting as part of the drying process. Mr. Yambile says a high cost of credit from money lenders is part of the farmers' problems. He said many farmers have sold their cocoa farms to Galamsey operators due to financial difficulties and pleaded with government for a permanent solution.
I
sell my farmlands to these illegal miners because the cocoa farming is no longer profitable.
At
Dakwama, another cocoa farmer, Elder Peter Ayimedu, was grateful to the government for the agrochemicals and fertilizers as well as the hand pollination to enhance productivity.
The agric officials have registered all the infected cocoa trees. They've promised to prune them before the year ends.
The journalists, mostly from the Ghana Agriculture and Rural Development Association, ARDGA, later interacted with the Wassa Amenfi area chairman of the World Cocoa Farmers Association, Mr. John Ankuma Einu, at Nananko. Mr. Einu has nearly 6,000 cocoa farmers within the vicinity, and in the past years, his organization has supported them with inputs to complement government's interventions. He said his group was part of the consultative process to determine the new cocoa producer price and therefore satisfied with the new prices. He welcomed government's interventions to replant overaged and moribund cocoa farms from next year. He made a suggestion for the sustenance of producing during the project period.
All members of the association should support the idea of pruning the infected cocoa trees.
69-year-old Mr. Ainu said the cocoa farmers' pension scheme must be implemented for financial security for cocoa farmers in their old age. He appealed to the Amenfi East District Assembly to replace the weak wooden footbridge over River Buti with a steel bridge for cargo vehicles to cut the cocoa beans from the farms to the points of sale and relieve the burden of the farmer.